everyone exactly who she is. From the opening minutes against the Minnesota Lynx, she set the tone. First quarter, strong drive to the rim, attacking with purpose, finishing through contact. No hesitation, no waiting to feel out the defense. She came out aggressive. Then came the perimeter game. Mitchell worked tirelessly off the ball, curling around screens, relocating to the weak side, slipping into open windows behind the arc. Shooting 41% from three isn't just hot, it's efficient and disciplined. And what made it so dangerous was her release. Quick, compact, no wasted motion. By the time defenders closed out, the ball was already in the air. The Lynx couldn't key in fast enough. When they went under screens, she punished them. When they chased over, she attacked the lane. When help rotated, she made the simple read. That's what stood out most. She wasn't forcing hero shots. She was in rhythm, letting the game come to her, playing within structure while still taking over. In a moment when the spotlight could have felt heavy, Mitchell made it look light. Aaliyah Boston finally started getting touches in her sweet spots. Deep seals, high-low entries, quick duck-ins. And once that happened, the tone changed. She imposed herself on the game. The result? A powerful double-double. 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. What made it even more impressive was the matchup. She went head-to-head with Nafisa Collier, one of the league's elite forwards, and didn't back down. Boston battled on the glass, stayed disciplined defensively, and made smart reads out of the post. You could see her confidence rising with every possession. Stronger screens, quicker decisions, sharper passes. After the game, her leadership stood out just as much as her stat line. Everyone is important. I think everyone really played their role. We really handled that fourth quarter. That quote tells you everything about the mindset shift. It wasn't about one hero. It was about execution. And then came the surprise that changed everything. Natasha Howard delivered an MVP-level performance that flipped the script. She controlled the paint, attacked mismatches, and made timely defensive plays. Her final line, 16 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, earned her Commissioner's Cup MVP honors. Howard didn't just contribute. She dictated stretches of the game. In the biggest moment, with the brightest lights. It wasn't one superstar carrying the load. It was a collective surge. And that's what made it unforgettable. And when the pressure peaked, she got even calmer. Going 8-4, 8 from a free throw line in a high-stakes championship setting, that's composure. That's experience. No hesitation at the stripe, no wasted motion, just pure focus. Every trip to the line felt automatic. But what truly separated her performance was a defensive end, tasked with guarding Nafisa Collier, one of the most dynamic forwards in the league. Howard made every touch difficult. She bodied up without fouling, contested cleanly, and forced Collier into uncomfortable spots on the floor, limiting her to tough, contested looks while forcing 5 turnovers completely disrupted the Lynx's rhythm. Defense like that doesn't always scream on the stat sheet, but in this game, it did. When the Indiana Fever needed a stabilizer, Howard became the anchor. Physical, vocal, relentless. IT wasn't just a good performance, that IT was dominant. At exactly the right time came the spark plug. Sophie Cunningham changed the energy the moment she stepped on the floor. Off the bench, she brought edge, confidence, and shot making when the Indiana Fever needed it most. 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 massive three-pointers that completely shifted momentum after that early deficit. Those weren't quiet threes either. They were momentum shots, the kind that silence a run, flip the crowd, and inject belief back into your bench. Each one felt bigger than the last. Cunningham didn't just score, she competed, crashing the glass, talking on defense, celebrating big plays. Her intensity was contagious, and you could see teammates feeding off it. When the game started to tilt, she pushed it back the other way. That's what championship depth looks like. Not just stars, but players ready to ignite the moment when their number is called. And this is where the depth really told the story. Lexi Hull delivered the kind of performance that doesn't always grab headlines, but wins championships. She defended with intensity, made smart cuts, hit timely shots, and stayed composed in high-pressure moments. Every rotation was sharp. Every possession mattered to her. It was a type of showing that proves you belong on a stage this big. Then there was a boost from Eriko Gunbowl, weight correction. From Eriko Gunbowl is not relevant here. Instead, it was Erica Wheeler's former teammate turned new addition. But most importantly, Ari McDonald stepped in and made her presence felt immediately that McDonald's 12 points weren't empty stats. They came with pace, pressure defense, and fearless shot attempts. She attacked gaps, pushed tempo, and injected urgency into the offense. For a player stepping back into the mix, the timing couldn't have been better. That's what made this win so powerful. It wasn't one star carrying the night. It was contribution after contribution. Role players becoming difference makers, new signings stepping into rhythm instantly, and everyone buying into the moment. This wasn't survival. Suddenly looked reconnected, sharp cuts, quick reversals, purposeful spacing. 5 players scoring in double figures told the real story. This wasn't isolation basketball anymore. It was trust. The ball movement was crisp. The extra pass returned. Defensively, they locked in and suffocated the Minnesota Lynx, holding them to just 39 points over the final 3 quarters and limiting them to 34.9% shooting. That's discipline. That's effort. That's communication to AT the target center. You could feel the tension rise when Minnesota cut the deficit to 7 early in the 4th. The crowd roared. Momentum started to sway. Timeout. And that's when championship poise showed up. Out of the huddle, Aaliyah Boston delivered back-to-back baskets. Strong, decisive, no panic. Then Ari McDonald attacked again to stretch it further. Just like that, the run was over. No hesitation. No collapse. The final minutes felt controlled. Confident defensive possession, smart clock management, secure free throws. When the buzzer sounded on a 74-59 victory, it wasn't just an upset. It was a statement. The underdogs didn't just survive, they dominated. Heart, depth, execution. And in that moment, the narrative changed.